Archangel Michael says, "The silence has lasted long enough, but the weight of truth is no longer something they can hide behind their trembling smile. There is someone who has loved you deeper than you ever imagined, someone who chose you over their blood, their history, and the family that raised them. And now, the world around them is threatening to tear them apart unless they finally speak the truth. They were never supposed to meet you." That's what their family said the moment they found out. But fate weaved its fingers around your paths and forced a collision they could never forget. At first, they tried to fight it quietly. Smiles around dinner tables turned into questions, then into accusations, and finally into ultimatums. But still, they defended you like a lion defends their last breath. Archangel Michael says, there were nights they sat in their car outside your home just to feel near you, crying behind the wheel, wondering how to protect you without losing everything. Every decision they made was torn between the loyalty to their family and the devotion in their heart. And now, the clock is ticking faster than before. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The pressure has returned, stronger, darker, and much more aggressive. Someone close to them is whispering threats in secret, demanding they make a choice once and for all. This person is not just an outsider, this person is someone who once held authority over them. They have written letters they never sent to you. Letters soaked in silent tears and hidden pain, letters where they told you everything but were too afraid to let you read. These letters remain buried in a drawer, but heaven says the drawer won't stay shut much longer. Their family is watching every move now. Every message they send is checked. Every phone call is monitored. Even their sleep is interrupted by questions, cold glares, and emotional manipulation. They are being emotionally trapped. And yet they still keep a small photo of you inside their wallet, as a rebellion against everything trying to break them. It is the only weapon they have against their family's control. Type Amen to get blessing 987. Archangel Michael says, they are dreaming about telling you the truth. They practice it alone in the bathroom mirror, their voice trembling with guilt, fear, and love. They know this isn't just about secrets, it's about setting themselves free. There's something they found out about you, something spiritual, something divine, and it changed everything. This revelation has become a shield they cling to when their world begins to fall. You've become more than a person to them, you are their reason. But this truth is controversial. It involves a lie their family told about you long ago. A fabricated story meant to scare them away from you, but it didn't work. Instead of fearing you, they fell deeper. Instead of pulling away, they ran closer. And that's when their family began to lose control. Type Amen to get blessing 111. There was a confrontation. Voices raised. Objects thrown. Doors slammed. A threat was made that if they didn't cut ties with you, they would lose something vital, an inheritance, a home, a name. But even when faced with that, they chose you. Silently, defiantly, heartbreakingly, they chose you. But they never told you, not fully. You don't know the full story of what they gave up for you. But heaven does. And heaven is stirring their spirit to finally speak. Someone on the other side, an elder in their family, has fallen ill. And this illness has triggered a flood of emotions and manipulations. Now, they are being told, confess your love or leave it all behind. Type Amen to get blessing 564. Archangel Michael says, they feel like they are running out of time. And they are. What's been hidden will not stay hidden much longer. A cousin recently found out what's truly going on and is threatening to tell the family everything, including details that may endanger both of you. That cousin is dangerous, not physically, but spiritually. They deal in envy and pride. Your person is now waking up at odd hours, sweating, panicking, reaching for their phone to text you but holding back at the last second. They believe the moment they speak, everything around them may explode. But heaven is preparing a divine interruption. A sacred moment is being set in motion where the truth will no longer be a choice, but a divine command. Type Amen to get blessing 884. They still remember the first moment they saw you, not just the sight, but the feeling. It wasn't just love, it was recognition. And that feeling has become their only source of strength now. They've had to lie to protect you, not because you are weak, but because of what's around you. Your name was brought up during a family gathering where your character was falsely dragged through the mud. They didn't sit silent. They stood up for you. They screamed. They walked out. And when they returned, they were met with coldness they hadn't felt since childhood. One of their relatives even tried to send you a message under a fake name. That message wasn't meant to comfort, it was meant to confuse you, to drive a wedge. Be careful who reaches out pretending to be helpful. Type Amen to get blessing 721. Archangel Michael says, there's someone who has seen what's coming in a vision. Someone gifted in your lineage who has remained quiet, until now. This person had a dream where your person was speaking to you at a place surrounded by water. In that dream, they gave you something small in a box. It wasn't jewelry, it was a truth wrapped in light. The moment is approaching where that dream becomes real. A meeting will happen, either by accident or arrangement, and during that meeting, their voice will break as they finally say it, I chose you over them. And you'll realize, they weren't just fighting for love. They were fighting for freedom. Someone will cry during that moment. Heaven says it will be them first. But then your tears will fall too, not from pain, but from knowing the truth finally won. Type Amen to get blessing 402. There's a man in their family who once tried to control them with fear. That same man has returned, thinking he still has power. But heaven says his influence is ending soon. Your person is being protected by unseen forces, by angels who have stepped in without announcement. You don't see them, but you've felt the energy shift in recent days. That's why you've been feeling anxious. That's why your sleep has been disrupted. Your spirit knows something divine is being rearranged. You are being aligned with the moment of truth. Your path is being cleared for clarity. And the one you thought might have forgotten you, has never let you go. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, there's a gift coming to you soon. Not one of material form, but emotional release. You will finally exhale all the questions that weighed heavy on your heart. When you hear the truth, your legs may shake. But your soul will stand tall. Because everything you suspected was real, is. They fought for you in silence. But soon, their voice will speak the words out loud. Not in a whisper, but in a declaration. Someone else may try to interrupt this moment. But they will not succeed. Their interference will collapse before it even begins. Type Amen to get blessing 313. The love that was hidden will now be honored. The pain that was buried will now be acknowledged. And the strength they showed behind closed doors will finally be witnessed. Prepare yourself. Not to be hurt, but to be healed. This truth is not coming to break you, but to restore what was stolen. There is a table being set for your union. The same table that once held arguments will now hold peace. The same hands that once trembled will now hold you firmly. This message is your sign, the silence is ending. And once the truth is spoken, nothing will ever be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You must know this, their love for you did not weaken even when they were threatened with isolation. They remained faithful in their soul, even when their words were silent. Every moment they couldn't reach out to you was torture they never deserved. They walk through the day with a hidden ache. Every time they see a couple laugh or hold hands, they remember what it felt like to be next to you. Not just in touch, but in trust, in spiritual knowing, in a rare and sacred bond no family could replace. The person pressuring them now is not just from their family. It's someone with influence. Someone trying to rewrite their path with guilt and control. But that pressure is going to backfire. A breakdown is coming. Not the kind that destroys, the kind that rebirths. And from the ashes of this pain, your truth will rise with wings. Type Amen to get blessing 214. They never stopped believing in you. Even when others accused, twisted, or mocked, they held their ground in quiet loyalty. They knew you were more than the image others painted. But something happened recently, a conversation, an incident, a message, that rattled them again. A lie was repeated, this time by someone they trusted, and now they are being pushed to make a decision that will shift everything. They want to run to you right now. But they're scared. Not of you, not of the love, but of the damage their truth might cause. They are finally starting to see that hiding it has been worse. The lie they live has become too heavy to carry. Heaven is pushing them closer to confession. Type Amen to get blessing 755. There's a woman in their family who carries deep resentment toward you. She once spoke your name as if it were a curse. That woman has been stirring more chaos, even using spiritual means to create blockages between you and your person. But Archangel Michael says, her access is being revoked. Her influence is weakening. Her energy is being blocked by divine protection now surrounding your connection. Soon, you will receive a sign, a dream, a message, or a repeated symbol. This will confirm that their breakthrough is near. The walls are crumbling and the truth is almost free. And when it happens, they will say your name differently, with trembling awe, with tears, with reverence. They will finally speak what they've been too scared to admit. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They are beginning to understand that love isn't love if it stays hidden. That real courage is not fighting for you in silence, but standing with you in public, without fear. That's what's about to happen. You will not have to beg for this truth. It will arrive naturally, like rain after a dry season. And when it pours, it will cleanse years of confusion and silence. They already picked the place where they want to talk to you. It holds meaning, either where they first met you, or where they last saw your smile. That's where the words will be said. Your spirit has been feeling it. That pull toward something sacred, something unfinished. That's because it's not over, it's just beginning again, this time in truth. Type Amen to get blessing 518. Archangel Michael says, a sacred timing is approaching, and it cannot be stopped. This divine moment will align like a key sliding into a lock. And when it does, everything will finally open. You've been strong. You've waited with grace even when you were confused, doubted, or abandoned. But heaven has counted every tear. They will return not with excuses, but with explanation. Not to plead for another chance, but to honor you with the truth you always deserved. And it will change your life. The people who judged you will have to watch what love truly looks like. And they will have to swallow the bitterness of the lies they once spread. Type Amen to get blessing 131. You may feel tempted to run when they show up, but don't. Look into their eyes. You will see the war they fought just to reach you. They don't come lightly. They come carrying wounds, some inflicted by their own bloodline. But they carry something else too, freedom. They want to rebuild. Not from scratch, from soul. They want to start again, but this time in the open. You are their peace. And they are ready to fight publicly for what they've always held privately. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The family that once mocked you will see your union. They will be forced to witness the love they tried to destroy. They won't be able to stop it. What was once feared will now be blessed. What was once hidden will now be honored. And what was once impossible will now be undeniable. Do not let fear block your blessing. What's coming isn't just emotional, it's generational. You are breaking cycles just by being true. Heaven sees your strength. And now, the angels are moving the final pieces into place. Type Amen to get blessing 369. Soon, the person who once held back will hold your hand with pride. They will not care who sees. They will not care what's said. There will be a dinner. An unexpected gathering. And during that gathering, someone will bring your name up again, but this time, your person will defend you boldly. They will tell their truth. And it will shake the room. But it will also set their soul free. From that point forward, your story together won't be one of silence and shame, but of courage and clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 757. What they're about to tell you may shock you. It may even hurt. Not because they did wrong, but because they were forced to hide so much. But healing will rush in. They will tell you what happened the day they almost let go. How they sat with tears in their throat, about to send the message that would end everything. But heaven stopped them. They will tell you about the letter they wrote and burned. The one where they confessed it all. You'll hear the pain in their voice as they recall it. But you'll also hear the love. Because beneath every secret was one truth, they never stopped loving you. Type Amen to get blessing 110. Archangel Michael says, be ready. Prepare your heart. Because the truth that once hid in shadows is about to stand in full light. They are walking toward you now. Not just physically, spiritually. Their soul is approaching with surrender. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to beg. They are coming because heaven ordered the truth to rise. And when it rises, it will wrap around you both like armor. Stronger than blood. Stronger than fear. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Watch for signs in the next few days. A song. A repeated number. A random call or message. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are being shown by angels where to find you, how to speak, and when to appear. Their silence is ending because heaven broke it. When you see them, take a breath. Let them speak. Let the truth do what silence could never do. This is not the end of your love story. It's the truth chapter, and it's about to begin. Type Amen to get blessing 646. Your name was spoken last night, not in anger, but in desperation. A confrontation happened, and in the middle of it, they shouted your name. That single moment created a ripple in their entire bloodline. It was the first time they stopped defending you silently and spoke out loud with conviction. They said your name with pride. They declared, I love them, and I won't let anyone shame me for it anymore. After that, the energy shifted. The family that once thought they could control their mind realized they were losing grip. And now, this person has reached a breaking point, not of collapse, but of breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 432. Archangel Michael says, the angels have sealed your name in protection. That's why nothing formed against you has prospered. And now the truth that was suppressed is being lifted to the surface. They have been trying to call you. Not just in this realm, but spiritually, energetically, emotionally. That's why you've been feeling them in your dreams or hearing their name at random. You haven't gone crazy, you've been receiving signals. They've been projecting their longing, their guilt, and their hidden love across time and space. And your spirit picked it up before your phone ever did. Heaven says, you're not waiting for nothing. You're aligned with a truth that will soon be spoken. And when it comes, everything will make sense. Type Amen to get blessing 567. There's a box in their room. Inside that box is something you gave them, or something that reminds them of you. They open it every time they feel hopeless. It might be a photo, a bracelet, a note, or a scent. But it brings them back to you. It reminds them of what's real, even when their world feels like it's collapsing. You were the only one who ever understood them. The only one who saw them fully. And now that realization is louder than any voice in their family. They've made their choice. It just hasn't reached your ears yet. But heaven says, it's about to. Type Amen to get blessing 101. A car will stop near you soon. Either theirs or one they sent. It will feel unexpected, but it's not, it was arranged in the divine calendar long ago. They'll either show up themselves or send something before they come. A message. A note. A voice memo. You'll hear their heart before you see their face. And when you do, prepare to forgive. Not because they were perfect, but because they never stopped choosing you, even in silence. Your forgiveness will be the final door that sets you both free. Type Amen to get blessing 383. Archangel Michael says, someone from your side of the family has also been spiritually aware of this unfolding. A sibling or a relative has sensed this coming shift and may mention something cryptic soon. They might say, "Have you heard from them?" or "I dreamed about them last night." Do not brush it off. It's heaven using others to prepare you. The divine doesn't want this reunion to be tainted by bitterness. That's why so many signs have been sent to soften your heart ahead of time. Even the delays were protection. Every moment of silence was heaven working behind the scenes. And now, the curtain is being pulled back. Type Amen to get blessing 272. They are ready to risk it all. The house, the name, the inheritance, they've already started the process. They're walking away from the toxic hold of people who only wanted control. They've spoken with someone, a guide, a mentor, or even a therapist, who helped them realize that this connection with you isn't just love. It's purpose. They are done pretending. Done hiding. Done lying to themselves to make others comfortable. They want you to know, you were never the problem. You were the light in a room that had gotten far too dark. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A confrontation is brewing between them and the very person who manipulated this entire separation. It may happen today, tomorrow, or in 3 days, but it will end with a slammed door and a vow to walk away. That vow is already echoing in the spiritual realm. And you will feel the shift when it happens, a sudden calm, a peace in your chest, as if a storm has just ended. When they finally message or arrive, they will look different. Not in appearance, in energy. Their spirit will feel freer, more alive, more aligned with who you always knew they could be. This is not just a reunion. This is a rebirth. Type Amen to get blessing 141. They want to tell you everything. Not just the love, the secrets too. The betrayal, the lies, the pressure, the shame. They want to tell you why they pee you. And now, they want to protect you with them, not from them. Type Amen to get blessing 808. You will be asked to meet somewhere meaningful. This place may not seem magical at first, a cafe, a park, a quiet corner of a neighborhood, but the moment you sit, time will slow. Their hands will tremble. Their voice might crack. But the words will spill like a dam finally breaking. They won't ask for forgiveness, they will earn it. Through raw honesty. Through visible emotion. Through a heart so vulnerable, you'll see every scar they hid for too long. And in that moment, you'll know, you were worth every fight they had to endure. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The truth they tell will surprise you. It won't be exactly what you expected. It will have depth, details, confessions that catch your breath. But it will also confirm your intuition. All the moments you felt something was hidden. You were right. They will name the family members who tried to break you apart. They will expose the manipulation, the envy, the fear that built a wall between you. And then, with their final words, they will choose you again, out loud, with no hesitation, no silence, no shame. Type Amen to get blessing 595. Archangel Michael says, this is the final test before full alignment. Not a test of your worth, a test of your readiness. Heaven is delivering them to you, not broken, but raw and real. It's up to you now to receive them with the same truth you've always held in your heart. No more pretending. No more unfinished chapters. This is where the new book begins, with truth as the ink, and love as the page. Let the past be seen, but not repeated. Let the pain be remembered, but not relived. Let the truth rise and stay. Type Amen to get blessing 404.